Hari Om, Namaste, welcome to the class. Today, excuse me for not keeping the camera on. Let's begin the class. Saraswati Sabha, Turiya, second paper, Anuvada Pradeepa part 2. Today's class number is 28. We are going to do Alankara's part 1 today. And the lesson number is 11c. I'm sorry, it's not 11b, it's 11c. One minute. I didn't write the date. I'm just writing the date. Today is 25th June. Okay. So let us begin the class. Astu. Small prarthana only today. Astu. So let us begin with what is an Alankara. Basically, hope I'm audible. If I'm not audible, please message. I hope everything is clear. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Once the slide finishes, you can ask your doubt. So in this, like I have divided the paper, this topic into two. One is like Alankara Parichaya and Shabdalankaras will be covered in the part 1 and Ardhalankaras will be covered in the part 2. That is the next class. Okay, so this is your 11th lesson. That's why this becomes the 11c. Let us introduce to Alankaras. Say Hari Om to Alankaras. If you have done it before, then okay. Otherwise, Alankaras will feel not very comfortable with you. So Hari Om Alankaras, how are you all? Let us meet today. Let us have a warm, fresh start today. Okay. Okay. So what is an Alankara? The best way to introduce to somebody is to ask at least in the language, to approach from the language itself. So what is Alamkara? Hey, Alam means stop, Alam means stop, enough. Oh, to do it enough is called Alankara. But there is a very, very great meaning for Alam. Alam is Paryaptam. So when like Duryodhana says in that, Paryaptam Tvidame Tesham, Aparyaptam Tadasmakam. So he says ours is Aparyaptam and Bhima says like Paryaptam. Bhishma says Aparyaptam. So there one commentator tells that he uses the word Aparyaptam in the sense of not, see, Paryaptam means it is limited or enough. Enough means as much as required. Aparyaptam means as much as not as much as required is one meaning, and endless, like limitless, is another meaning. Duryodhana wanted to say limitless, but he says Aparyaptam. That means it has another meaning also. That means it's not enough for us. How much army can you bring against Krishna? Krishna himself is like Vishnu, right? So that is the meaning there. And Paryaptam for Bhima is like, okay, it is exactly as required or it is limited. So the reverse works in the Mahabharata Yuddha. The phala, the fruit of that, the consequence of that action tells us that Duryodhana's words were exactly working reverse of what he did. Now, so Alamkara, we are facing the same word here. Now, what is Alamkara? Then what we heard about Alankara is much beautiful, great, eulogizing, etc. Now, here Alam means like enough, not in the sense of enough, but as much as required. Okay. So when we say, when somebody is serving us, when we are eating food, then say Alam, Alam. Alam anena, Alam vyanjanena. So then they stop serving us. That means this is enough for my stomach. So this is more than enough sometimes. So Alankara, when we do something which is exactly required or something more than required, then it is called Alankara. Now we are talking in the context of kavyas, isn't it? We are talking in the context of poetry, some expression. We have learned what is poetry in the previous classes. If you are listening to this class without listening to that, you will miss a little detail. So please go to that class and listen, okay, if you have missed it. Now, when there is a girl, when there is a beautiful girl, okay, so she is getting the beauty, like beauty by not only her face and her smiles, but she's also wearing some alankara. So that is making her look enough beautiful. Okay, so more than enough beautiful. So that is the sense here. Let us see. Bhushanam. So he is talking of that girl's ornaments. See, don't boys wear ornaments? Yes, they do wear. But boys' ornaments are different than girls' ornaments. Isn't it? For a girl, the ornaments make more this thing. That's why the kavya is always called as a kavya kanya. So they do the arpanam of the kavya kanya in the form of a marriage. When somebody writes a book, they do the samarpanam, right? They say it's a mama kavya kanya is given to this and this person. Ankitam, we say. Ankitam means we have like on their name, we in they say in the memory of this book is of like offered, submitted, whatever. Like then. So this is like abharanam, parishkaraha, vibhushanam, mandanam, alankriya, bhusha, etc. So only three new words like mandanam, bhushanam, abharanam. So these are three words and alankara is the fourth word. All others are just the modifiers of that. Alankara, parishkara belong to the same class. Krudhatu, kalapaha, this is another. So there are mostly five words. Okay, so alankara, the word in grammar, like it's the best. Alam is the like it's not a upasarga, but it's a word which is preceding prefix. Then kru dhatu and bhave ghai pratyaya. So ghai is the pratyaya. So alam kru ghai. So ghai will make it kar. Okay, it will make it long. Kru kar and kara. So alam kara. So this ghai is a noun making suffix. So this word emerges like this, just a small grammar bit so that you are comfortable. I mean, you are now making friendship with the Alankara for the first time. The little detail will make it beautiful. Now the nirvachanas are like nirukta. The etymology of that word is three kinds. One is kartru pradhana, another is karna pradhana, the third is bhava pradhana. So first kartru pradhana is alankaroti iti alankaraha. So it makes the beautifies. It beautifies. That's why it is a alankara. Jewelry. I mean, it makes beautiful. That's why. Karana pradhanam kriyate anena. By this, somebody becomes beautiful. So karanam is like the trutiya vibhakti. Bhava pradhana alankaranam. So doing the alankara is alankara. Alankaranam is the process name. So bhava is the kriya pradhana. So these are the three kinds of nirvachanas. Now, who are the Alankara? At least we are learning about Alankaras means at least we have to do the Nama Smaranam, Nama Sankirtanam of those people who have established very huge, very big paramparas. You know, they did take a new stance always. Like, hey, what makes a kavya beautiful? One question comes to the poet. What he does? He writes a theory. He creates a theory. They create history. They create the science. They create the new like sampradaya altogether, a tradition altogether is born out of them. So Bhamaha, Dandi, Vamana, Untaka, Udbhata, Rudrata, Ruyaka, Jayadeva, and some more people. They are not Alankara Sampradaya people, but they also spoke of Alankara. They did not make any very great new theories, but they did something new. They added something new to the knowledge stream of the knowledge that was flowing. So Mammata, Anandavardhana, Vishwanatha, Keshava Mishra, etc. are the Alankara related people. So all these people, and there are more like Gangadhara, sorry, Jagannatha did not come. Rasa Gangadhara also gives some theories of yeah. So Jagannath also should be added here. So these people along with this like I'll write now add him or else he'll feel bad. He'll come in my dream and say, oh, you did not teach me to the children, to the students. How dare you? I will feel bad. Okay. So I cannot answer him in the dream, right? So I will tell right here. Add him. And there are more. I don't know their names. These are the very popular ones. So I'm aware of them. Okay. Then we'll go to the next this thing. So Alankara Parichaya part 2. Make it Alankara Parichaya part 2. Now, before going to, okay, the Alankara Shabda we have learned, the grammar we have learned, but what is exactly it doing? How does it work in a Kavya? That we'll see. So first, we will see what is Kavya. Oh, Bhagini, you took 2 full classes, you ate our head, you are again coming back to the same question, Kingnama Kavya. Do you think we did not understand all that? No, please don't ask me that question. This is a very special, shloka which will tell you what exactly a Kavya is. Then that was not all Kavya. No, that was also Kavya, but this is even more clarity it comes to you. We spoke of Vyanjanam. Okay, the Vyanjanam is like Abhivyakti with a hidden, something hidden inside. So that kind of shloka is here. Most of you must be knowing this shloka. This is from Kalidasa. This is from his Kumara Sambhava. So after all his all her penance, all her tapasya, the after the Jatila, Aparna Jatila Sambada, etc. After the Panchama Sarga, so the like no, or after that or before that, I don't exactly remember this spot. So this whatever the Sambandha Vishaya, I mean they were discussing her match. They were fixing the match for her, and like Devarshi had come and was speaking to Himavan. So this is a wonderful moment for any girl's life. So she is having a match from the parents. Parents are seeing a boy for her. They are making efforts for her marriage. And it's not in India that the girl brings a boy and says, "Oh, I'm going to marry him," or the boy brings a girl. It is the parents who take care of that aspect. They find the best one, which will like make the boys or girls' life more meaningful and the dharmas to go on. Oh, it's a very big topic anyway. So at that point, this Parvati, this lady, the beautiful lady Parvati. Now this is only heroine of Kalidasa. She is not the Pauranika Parvati. She is the Parvati whom Kalidasa has created. There is a very big difference in that. Kavya makes everything beautiful. There is a touch of something creative in that. It need not be the right instance. It need not be the exact instance in the Purana or in the Itihasa. So please don't expect the Purana to be equally giving the same thing. If it were giving the same thing, then Kalidasa would not have born at all. We would not require any Kalidasa or any Bhavabhuti for that matter. All the poets in Sanskritam or any language would not be there. So again and again they go back to Itihasas and Puranas, bring some story, bring some event, and they express in their own language what exactly happened. They will not write like a history. They will write it like a not a narration, just a small, account giving, reporting. No, they don't do the journalist job there. They just make it more beautiful. And how it goes, एवं वादिनिदे वर्षौ पार्श्वे पितुरधोमुखे लीलाकमलपत्राणि गणयामास पार्वती. So evam vadini devarshav. When Narada was speaking like this, Pituhu parshve. So she was standing beside her father, Adhomukhi. The first like sign was like her head was like looking down. Her eyes were down. She wasn't looking at anyone. She was looking at the floor. This is the first sign. You can imagine the condition. I mean, just picturize it, visualize it in your mind. Then she was counting something. Ganayamasa. What was she counting? Kamalapatrani. She was counting the lotus petals. Was the lotus there in her hands? No. That the kamalam was a lila kamalam. Leela means there wasn't a kamalam at all. It wasn't there at all. She was imagining a kamalam, okay, and she was trying to count the petals. Or it may also refer to her hands, her fingers, which are resembling kamalam, which are resembling the lotus. The lotus flower is the most like tender, beautiful, big petals, and it is like it has a very big place in the. I think if we do a research on lotus, we will have to write a 1000 pages thesis, not less than 1000 pages at least. So that much place lotus has got. I mean, I'm talking about serious research. I'm not talking of filling up research. Same sentences coming again and filling some pages. So how many pages we have to write thesis? Sir, it's 200 pages. Okay, it's only actually 50 pages content and you are just saying each thing 3 times. Okay, so people are doing such researches which have no use. So in this, like lotus has such a big place. So that he is using lotus. Kalidasa is also using a lotus. So Leela Kamala Patrani Ganaya Masa. Now she was counting that petals of that lotus. Now there are two activities happening. One is her face is down. Second is her hands are counting something which is not there. So what will people understand? What do people derive from that picture? This picture of Parvati tells us that she is feeling shy, not ashamed. There are two. She's not feeling ashamed. Nobody feels ashamed at the marriage proposal with somebody like Shiva. Such a nice boy. How can we get another boy of such a great cadre? She was loving him, and the same Devarshi comes and speaks the same thing to her father. What more does a girl need? So she is like feeling shy. So that Adhomukhi and Leela Patrani Ganaya. Isn't this making the like picture beautiful? Is it not a kavya? Then why do we require an alankara at all? Yatha, there is no yatha, there is no iva. We are not like making like her hands are like lotus, her face is like lotus, her eyes are like the fishes, etc. Nothing is there here. Isn't it a kavya? Yes, it is a kavya. But let me tell you something. There is much unexpressed expression which is making this kavya beautiful. Everybody doesn't have that much opportunity or skill, or every time you will not find such beautiful expressions. So they use something to show us, to which is visible, which is very clearly understandable. The abhivyakti is very perfect there. So there enter the alankaras. Okay, like the woman is always already beautiful. There is a like one gori gori si gori chitti. Even kali bhi hai to bhi, if her like eyes and nose are in attractive shapes and all, then she is very like look she is very beautiful. She has a very good features of the like the body line, everything is very beautiful. Then she doesn't need anything else. But imagine if she is wearing a diamond necklace in her this thing in her neck, and then she is wearing a the mekhala around her waist. She is wearing a beautiful sari. That sari is like made of silk, etc. So her sari and her normal like dressing will is already making her beautiful. So the dress, which is a part of our appearance, is already making her beautiful. That is this Evam Vadini Devarsho. This is the picture. Now this is putting the necklace, putting the earrings, putting the kumkumam, etc. And not kumkumam, but the ornaments, the bangles, the anklets, everything. Okay, so all these alankaras are going to play the same role for the Kavya Kanya. Okay, they are doing the Saundarya Vardhanam. They also contribute to the generation of the rasa. So here Shringara rasa is coming out of this like Padyam, this Anushtup verse shloka. And the others are also like, there are many alankaras which are contributing to the rasam. We'll come to that. So rasam is not something that we make in the house. Okay, we make and eat rasam, I know my mother makes it so tastily. We are not talking of that rasam, of course. Or that rasam has its own place, but we are talking about the navarasas of the kavyas. They are the emotions or the feelings. There is no word which is equal to rasa, so don't try to translate. Please make it into non-translatables. Now, these alankaras or the kavya itself is giving us the loketara ananda. More alankaras is, oh my, to just kill us, okay, kill us with happiness. We are just, we would just drop down, like we will faint with happiness. That much beauty they add sometimes. Yes, I mean what I say. There are certain alankaras which are so apt. It's not just wow, wonderful. No, it says, oh my God. Okay, oh my. Could I say it even? Can somebody else in the world could have said that? So that much ananda we get out of the alankaras. That is not an ananda that you get when your tummy is filled with very tasty food. You cannot equate it with anything else. You're wearing the best dress that you love. Yes, you are happy. But this food, dress, etc. are all bodily things. But I mean, some element is there in the mind also, of course. But this ananda has nothing to do with the food and clothes. That is the difference. there is a madhuryam, there is sweetness in the expression. The bhasha is becoming more beautiful because of that. And within the alankaras also, you should use Sundara bhasha. There is a chamatkara. There is a like appearance of, a kind of what you call as chamatkara, call it as something, a sparky idea, something that comes as a spark. Okay, it just, it just makes you feel a little surprised. That is chamatkara. Then Vyanjana is like, as I told you, the hidden and totally unexpressed by words Vyanjana. Vyanjana comes out sometimes within the Alankara, which is very expressive also. There is a Vyanjana inside. Okay, like this is full of Vyanjana. This is not Alankara, but this is Vyanjana total. Now, these are all added for beautifying, for attraction, for happiness. All these are the outcomes of Alankaras. Then they are all based on bhasha. What all like alankaras we are speaking of, they're not things. Hey, what did that Kavya, that Kavi who wrote this Kavya, what did he make his alankaras with? Were they made of real gold or panchaloha or silver? Or what did metal did he use? No, sir, he's not using any metals. He is using the words, the language. Okay, only language he is using. Right. And Padya Bandhe, Gadya Bandheva Antarbhavanti. So they are like Alankaras can be sentences, Alankaras can be prose, poetry, verse. Okay, it can be verse or it can be prose. Then what are the two elements that are like, they are not two elements, actually they are one element, Shabdarthav Sahitav, isn't it? The Kavyam is Shabdarthav and the Alankaras are also Shabdarthav. So within the Kavya, this like Shabda is the outside garb, outside like garment, and Artha is the inside structure, inside stuff. Okay. So that is Shabda and Artha are both contributing to the Saundarya together. Then Alankara, that's why it becomes like two kinds. One, sometimes meaning is not involved, only sound is involved. That is called Shabda Alankara. And the second one is called Artha Alankara. It is based on the Artha or the Bhava or the meaning. Now, so Alankaras are Shabdadharitaha, Arthadharitaha and Shabda-Partha Ubhayadharitaha. So Shabdadharas are Shabdalankaras, Ardhadharas are Arthalankaras and Ubhayalankaras. Now Shabdas are only outside. You don't expect anything from inside. So when we say Damat, 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 Damanada, then it is just Bahya. There is no Artha there. But when we say like, when we say her face is like lotus, then it is like inside meaning. Okay, that makes us happy. Ubhaya Alankara is like Shlesha has like two aspects. One is the Shlesha coming out of meaning and the Shlesha is coming out of the words, breaking of the words. So let us now go to Shabda Alankaras, the first aspect of the three types of Alankaras. Shabda means Dhwani, the sound, da, ba, ga, cha, pi, chi, tu, all these are the sounds. So they are all Dhwanyadharitas. And now we'll come to a very profound thing. We'll go to the base of that dhwani. Where is this dhwani coming from? It's coming from the varnamala or aksharamala, what we call as aksharamala. Now, what is the difference between varnamala and aksharamala? I don't think I have told you in the class. Even if I told you, make it a revision. We should call it aksharamala. We should not call it Varnamala because A to Au, the Swaras are all Aksharas and Varnas both. But when it comes to Ka to Ha, they are not just Varnas but they are Aksharas. Now what is the difference between Akshara and Varna? Okay, I told Ka is an Akshara and not Varna. So what is the difference between A and Ka? If I am saying Ka, there is the K element and there is a A element. There are two elements inside the letter Ka. And it applies to Ka to Ha, all the letters. A consonant cannot exist on its own. That is what we usually say. The consonant never can exist on its own. So it is always taking the help of swara for its own existence. That's why A to Au are swatantras, but Ka to Ha are not swatantra. They are depending upon the swaras. Our lipi is like that. Now, okay, you can say, okay, what if like, okay, Ka plus A is Ka, but still Ka is only the consonant that we want. We are not talking of A at all there. But our lipi is such that the halanta, if we put, then only it becomes half. That is why k, k, g, g, m. These are the consonants. If I say like that, people will think that this lady is suddenly going to karate class and she is repeating her that karate sounds. K, k, g, g, m, ch, ch, j, ch. So how does it sound? It sounds very odd. That's why we always say cha. Even like Panini Maharshi says, mukha sukhartham, like the akara inside that particular dhatu, pratyaya, whatever, is mukha sukhartham. So there is a mukha sukha in saying the swara in the end. That's why Sanskritam is a swaranta bhasha. Telugu, like Kannada, it's a swaranta bhasha. Now, the North Indian accented people are removing that swara in the end. They are making it Satyam Vad. I was watching one small like AI developed video where there is some okay topic. It's not the grandfather is telling the grandchild. He's telling Satyam Vad Dharmam Char. Now, what is this Satyam Vad? What is Vad? It's Vada, isn't it? There is a A over the, and there is a very big this thing on debate on like it's not Ram, but it's Rama. Maybe it's not Rama, as the South Indians say, and it's not even Ram, as the North Indians say. It is somewhere in between. Both of the South Indians and North Indians are making uh, Sanskritam a very, very bad language. It is Sanskrita's dushkrita that Samskrita is in our mouths. Samskrita must be making 100 suicides per day, if I am not wrong, because of our Ucharanam. If Samskrita were a person, then Samskrita would have died 1,000 deaths of irony, okay, by listening to our Ucharanam. I am very sad with such Ucharanams, so please be careful. There is, when we say ka, there is a a inside the ka. When we say Rama, ma, there is a m and a. There is a which is the last. That's why it is akarantaha umlingaha Rama shabdaha. That is why the varna and akshara differ. So the ka plus a makes it a akshara and not varna. Okay. Now, so there are three kinds of all the Aksharamala. If we see, there are three kinds. They are Swaras, Vyanjanas, and Ayogavahas. Ayogavahas we usually don't count as a separate entities because they are an inherent part of Swaras. They always exist with Swaras. They don't have any friendship with Vyanjanas. So we cannot say ku and then put a Visarga or Anuswara on that element of the Vyanjana. So this is it. Anyway, this is a little extra information I am giving you because when people learn Sanskritam, others keep on asking such questions. So I want you all to have those answers with you already before those questions come. So please remember to this answer of mine before you get the question. Give me one moment, just one moment. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Now, So there are many lakshanas. There are many qualities of each sound of the Varnamala. Remember, just close your eyes for one moment and visualize all the A to Ha, all the Varnamala, all the Aksharamala. You can just remember them. A, I to Shasha, Saha, all of them. So when you are saying them, even when you are like saying them, those each quality is making you like your tongue touch at different places and produce different effects, isn't it? So that is what I'm talking of. So the Ucharana Lakshanas are all like five categories. They are given in the Paniniya Shiksha. I did not make it. The previous generations, our acharyas have made it. So Swara, Kala, Sthana, Prayatna, Anupradana. Now what is this Anupradana is? Prayatna is Bahya, sorry, Prayatna is Abhyantara and Anupradana is Bahya Prayatna, what we call as Bahya Prayatna. So the Shwasa, Nada, that is all Anupradana. Prayatna is Samvara, Vivruta, Samvrita, etc. The Sthanam is Kanthadi, Kala is like Rasvadirgha, etc. The Swara is Udatta, Anudattadi. So this Shabdalankara is coming out of these Varnas or these Aksharas. By their sounds, they are taken, they are chosen, and the capacity with which they can produce different effects on the ear. Okay, and if I say dhama, 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 there is a different. If I say mama, 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 that's a different sound. Nasa, nasa, sana, pana, kala. So if I try different combinations and repeat them, they do have certain effect which is different from each other over our brain and ear. So the swaras are like kalataha trividhaha hrasvadirgha plutaha. Sorry, not plataha but plutaha. Vyanjanas are like by, I'll correct it, otherwise I'll forget. Give me one moment because like we'll remain with, so it's oh, and insert and find that symbol. Low, low, low. It's not there. You may just one moment. Right. So it's here. Insert here. So plita. Okay. So the plitas. Okay. Then. And then, like these, I'm telling you all this big, not because you don't know, but all these elements are a part of Alankaras. That's why the Vyanjanas are like Mahaprana, Alpaprana, Biprana. They are different. I mean, there are three types of categories. I mean, the categories inside subcategories are there. The Mukha Sthiti, the Kantha, etc. And the Jihva Gama. So this is like Prayatnas. So where the Jihva goes and how hard it touches, how light it touches and all. Then Varga Adharita. So Kavargas, Chavarga, Pavarga, etc. So they have Bhinna Shravana Prabhava. When we hear them, they are very different. So Alankaratva Sadhanamsha. So there is some Amsha. All sounds are not very beautiful. Okay. All sounds when we say gha, gha, jha, gha, jha. If I say jhaga, jhagha, does it sound beautiful? Not at all. Okay. So it sounds like somebody is coming to hit me on my head. So that is the sadhanamsha. You have to be very careful. Then the rahasya is the punaravritti. It's coming many times. That is making it Shabdalankara. And Swara Vyanjanas are like the both are used. Like the Hrasvadirgha Plutatvam is employed and the Vyanjanas, the Sanyuktaksharas are also employed here. That Samyoga and the ganas of different, like the different gana letters are all put. So there is in the Chandas, the Alankara is also like sometimes Samyoga Purva Guru also adds to the not just Rasvadirgha Pluta, but the Samyoga Purva Guru also adds to the beauty of the like the expression, whatever. Now, how many kinds of avrittis are there? I said there is a punaravritti. How many times are there? Like one varna can be repeated many times, like ka 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 ma 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 sa 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 pa 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 pa. Then dvau varna, sa pa sa pa sa pa sa ni sa ni, ghana ghana ghana, such kinds. Or tadadhika varna. So three and more, like pavana pavana, chalita chalita. So if I say that, then there are more sounds also along with the rasva dirgha plutas, along with the swara differences, like ha to au are the swaras and ka to ha are the consonants, and all these combinations, any of them. Okay. So there is like dvivaram, trivaram or tadadhikam, like 4, 4, 5, 5, like that. Then sometimes the varna chaya or the combination of the letters can be sarthaka, which has a meaning, can be nirarthaka also without any meaning. And they are like only sound based or also word based. There's like a words like we have like a meaningful combination of letters is a word. So there can be word based. So Ubhaya Alankaras we spoke of. So the word is also contributing, the meaning is also contributing at that point, or it is just a word meaningless, but it is contributing to the sound, the beauty. Like the first example is on your way. And you know all this, I'll just read out. I need not explain what is happening here. Nitanta kanta danta kanti manta kanta katmajam achintya rupa manta hina mantaraya krintanam hridantare nirantaram vasantameva yoginam tameka dantameva tam vichintayami santatam. What is the repeating point is anta. Now you just count the places, like here after every second letter. Nitanta third, second, 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 second. So many have come. Second place. Now achintya rupa manta hina. So achintya third place, rupa manta fourth place, hina manta fourth place, raya krinta fourth place. So second, 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 and fourth, fourth, fourth. Hridantare nirantaram, fourth place. Vasantameva yogina. So here also fourth place, three times it occurred. Tameka dantameva tam vichintayami. So here tam is not counted as the anta. So anta comes only twice here. There is more. But still, the author produces the effect from this line itself. So how this, I mean, keep away the meaning, ma. Keep away the meaning, etc. Don't even count it. Even while hearing this, it brings a lot of, maybe I did not read it very beautifully, but if my concentration is on the topic, so if you really sing it, like our MS Amma sings like, Nitanta Kanta Tanta Kanti Manta Kanta Katmajam Achintya Rupa Manta Hina Mantaraya Krintanam. And she goes on. Nirudantare Nirantaram. So the music is also adding. But basically, for the Sangeetam, you need some like embellishments. Like embellishment through Sangeetam is a different aspect that we will cover in the Chandas. And this is like giving you the happiness just by listening to it. Even in a play, Tanta, Kanta, Danta, Kanti, Manta, Kanta, Katmajam. I did not sing it, but still it is giving the same effect. Now the Laya effect also works here. Dama, 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 Damanninada, Vaddamarvaya. So Dama, Dama. So the Dama, 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 4 times. Ninadava Dama, 5th time. So with a break, it comes again. Then dhaga, dhaga, dhaga. So 3 times it came. Jwalallalata patta pavake. So here until here one sound and lalata. Jwalallala. So there are 3 las here and patta pavake. Papa are repeating and ta here is there and patta is another. So Samyoga Purva Guru. So this is also making it a very beautiful. Like that, in the same dhimit, 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 dhwanan. Mridanga, tunga, mangala. Here it is changing. So see the effect. As I say, just observe the effect. Half of it changes. Dhimit, 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 dhwanan, mridanga, tunga, mangala. So how it is like if you make a graph of it, it is like it is coming like this and then it is falling. But the beauty is still there. Mridanga, tunga, mangala. Okay, again, anga has come here. Here, dhimi has come. So, dhimi and anga has circularly worked out for the beauty of this expression. This is the Then we'll go to Anuprasa. This Avrutti is the base for the Anuprasa Alankara. So Anuprasa Alankara is just the Kevala Dhwani. Again, I'm telling there is no meaning aspect here. So Ardharaita Shabdavrutti, there is no meaning at all. So in this Anuprasa Alankara, which happens to be the first Alankara, which like children, see our elders are all like our Purvajas, the Acharyas are all like, they know our mentality. So they give us the best one which we like. So what does something attracted you? Please remember all the songs you have heard, the bhajans you have heard, the poetic like padyas you have heard, shlokas you have heard. What made you happy? So the sound, first of all, that sound makes you happy. Okay. So if I something I want to present to you. Okay, with your permission. नन्दति नन्दन् नन्दनन्दनः सर्वान् नन्दयति नन्दयन्नेव बालमुकुन्दः मुक्तिं विन्दयति मुक्तिं विन्दयति. You will not understand even a single word if you don't know Sanskrit. Nandati nandan nandanandanaha. But the na and anda is making your ear feel very happy, isn't it? So this is the element which our elders work on. So they bring to your attention something. So why will a child sing for Krishna? Oh, I won't sing. I don't know Krishna. I won't sing. But if I give him this, the little child of like say 8 to 9 years, then the child will feel, yes, I will sing this. Yes, this is beautiful. So that thing brings him into Krishna's side. So this is a trap for the dharma. If we want to bring somebody into dharma's trap, we have to we have to show them, right? They will not come. So this is the entrance point where the acharyas pull us into the kavya, and we are also like, hey, can we make such a poem one day? At least one day, let us write at least one line of such kedar. We will think, okay? Then, because of the sthana bheda, so the places are different places. They are different. Like anuprasa is of three kinds. In the padas beginning, padas madhya, padas anta. Then udaharana is Sundara Himakara Vadanam, Kunda Suradanam, Mukunda Nidhi Sadanam. So there are different places. Okay. Then Karuno Jivita Madana, Sura Kushalaya Sureshu Kruta Kadana. And then see Sharanye Varenye Sukarunye Purne. This is Antima. Hiranyodaradyairaganye supunye bhavaranyabhetam cha mampahi badre namaste 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 bhavani. So he used the A here. In many places the A is taking the attraction. Okay. So here like Vadanam, Radanam, Sadanam, Madanam, Kadanam, the ending place. Here also the ending place. But this is a Anuswara sound in the ending. Here this is a Ekara in the ending. So this is Bhavani Bhujanga Stotra. And this is like Amba Navamanimala. Okay. Then Kandarpadarpahara Sundara Divyamurte Kanta Kuchamburuha Kutmala Lola Drishte Kalyana Nirmala Gunakara Divyakirte Shri Venkatachalapate Tava Suprabhatam. So ka in the beginning, A in the ending makes this Anuprasa beautiful. More udaharanas. So more come from our favorite Mahisha. There is nobody who will not know Sanskritam and who will know Sanskritam and not know this stotra. This is such a famous stotra. So you can read these lines where I have highlighted this thing among yourself silently. Okay, I'll read along with me. You can read in silence. Ayi jagadamba madamba kadamba vana priyavasini sarate. So in this line, then next one changes. Ayishata khanda vikhandita runda vitundita shunda gajadhipate. So there are many versions of it. That's why I'm not making any efforts to correct it. So this is what this version I have got. So shata khanda vikhandita runda vitundita shunda. So all the then Ripugaja Ganda Vidarana Chanda Parakrama Shaunda. So all this like Mijabuja Danda Chanda Munda. So all these are like coming again and again. Then there is a very beautiful stotra which is called this is from Mahishasuramadini. This stotra is from the Shiva Shambhu Natanam. Okay. Tadanchita mudanchita nikunchita padam jala jalan chalita manju katakam. Patanjali Driganjana Mananjana Machanchala Padam Janana Bhanjana Karam Kadambaruchimambarava Samparamamambuda Kadambaka Vidambaka Galam Chidambudamanим Budahridambujaravim Parachidambaranatam Hridibhaja. So this is Patanjali Krita Shambhunatana. So you can watch Sadanchita, Mudanchita, Nikunchita, Ancha, Ancha, Ancha. Here also Ancha, but here is Anja. Then Patanja, Driganja, Mananja, Machancha. Again, so Anja and Ancha again and again used in the two lines. Then here Amba, 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 Ambu, Ambu and Amba. Okay, they are repeated in this. So this brings the beauty. Can you beat it? Can you beat it? Never. We have to be born 1,000 times before we can write such a. Because I'm saying 1,000 because Patanjali has got 1,000 tongues. Okay, that's why he could write it. Anyway, next one. There is like our favorite Kanakadhara, the Lakshmi Karaka. There is one shloka. Ishta Vishishta Matayopi Dayardra Drishtya Trivishtapapadam Sulabham Labhante Drishtif Prarishta Kamalodara Deeptirishtam Pushtim Krishishta Mama Pushkara Vishtaraya. There is one more shta here. So Ishta, Drishtya, Vishta, Ishtihi and all that. This is making this padya beautiful. Then the all-time like show stealer is this one, Ambashtakam, okay, which is in the Ashwadhati Vritta. So this is Vasanta Tilaka Vritta. And this one, you know all this, you must all have heard this one. Cheti bhavan nikhila kheti kadamba taruvati shunaki patali Koti racharutar koti mani kirana koti karambita pada Patiragandha kucha shati kavitva paripati magadhipasuta Ghoti kuladadhika dhati mudara mukhaviti rasena tanutam. So ghoti kula, this should be combined. Okay, I'll correct it right now. So this also is like making the that right while like you need not go long time to enjoy the poetry. This is giving you right at the Shravanam the Anandam. What she will do? This stotra by reading Ghoti Kulad Adhika Dhati Mudara Mukhaviti Rasena Tanutam. So this will give like Kavitva Shakti will come when you recite this. If any of you are striving for writing Kavitvam, one good advice is to recite this stotra every day. One of my very, very good Sanskrit sisters developed Kavitva Shakti after she recited this for several days. She could manage to write some lines which are poetic. Okay, right. Then, here I have an interesting information which is from Bhojaraja. It is from our favorite, this Grantha's name is Saraswati Kanthabharanam. So this is on poetics that he wrote. In that he gives a list of certain vrittis. They are really, really very interesting vrittis. Okay. And he gives them some names. He also gives them alternate names. And he mentions that these are not made by him, but they are coming from the Prachina Parampara. Okay. And all that, like I told, the Anta, Ancha, like Ishta, and all these that we have seen just before are like the combinations of different swaras and vyanjanas, conjuncts and non-conjuncts, and just the swaras, etc. And he is taking like certain the Varga letters and their repetition is named as one vritta. Now what is a vritta? Vritta here is not the Chandas vritta that Vasanta Tilaka and Sragdhara, Shardula Vikridita. This is not that vritta. This vritta is the dhvanis which can generate certain effects. So first vritta's name is Gambhira. because the vritti, I think, vrittihi, vritti, vrittayah. So vritti is a here, not a vritta, but vritti, I'm sorry. So this is a strilinga pada. That's why all the vritti names are gambhira. So what akshara samyogas? Akshara sva, I wrote. It's not sva, it's swara. Again, there is a mistake. Akshara swara samyoga. Okay. Now, Gambhira Vritti. What does it have? It has the, dha, pa, tha, ba, bha. That means the Dantya letters, the, dha, and the all four Pavarga letters, the Oshtya letters, Akshara and Swara samyogas of them. Different combinations, like they can be like Adha, 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 or like, okay, Pha, there are no, like Pa, Pa ke upar Pa, they're the Ditvaksharas of them, like Babha and all that. So others, Dudbha, Udbha, like Da and Bha. And then Bindu Yoga Yukta. So they're like Dam, Dham, Pam, etc. Or they're like Dham, like such. Okay, with the Anuswaras, etc. Then the second one is Ojaswini. The Murdhanyas. The Murdhanyas are Ta, Tha, Da, Dhana. Prathama, Chaturtha, Panchama Varna. So Prathama is Ta, Chaturtha is Dha. So Ta, Dha, Ana. Okay, these three. And they are repeated in Dvivaram or Trivaram. So Ta, Dhana, Ta, Dhana. So like Dhamma, Dhamma. Like Dhamma, in that we can take Dha. And like Ta, like Taka, Taka, if we say, then Ta is coming. Like that. Tana, Tana, or Dhana, Dhana, like that. So such different combinations is making the vritti become Ojaswini. And Ojaswini maybe can be, maybe it is used in the wider bhi. We have the different styles are there, right? The others I forgot. Wider bhi riti, Panchali riti, Gaudi riti. Yeah, Gaudi. So in that Gaudi riti, this Ojaswini vrittis are used maybe. In that Gaudi, what happens? They want to do the Veera Rasa. So these are all again related with the Rasa, the Sthai Bhava, the Vibhava Anubhavas that we have studied in the last class. They're all like very closely related. Now, which vritti to use in which rasa generation is the idea with which the poets write their poetry. So don't think that kavyas are written by some people who had the king's palace in their on their heads. So they're happily sitting in some garden and they are just moving their pens and having very beautiful sweets, very sorry tasty sweets and very beautiful people moving around the Raja, this thing. No, there is a very heavy work that happens behind each kavya. It is not just like that they are just putting the rhythms together or letters together. Okay, I also give you the same conditions. Very beautiful. We'll go to Mysore Palace. Huh? Let us do one thing. We'll plan to Mysore Palace. We'll ask them permission to sit somewhere for some time and you generate such poems. Okay. So this is the allegation on the Sanskrit poets that, oh, they were fed by the kings. They were patronized. They were patrons of kings. So that's why they could write such. Not at all. Now you see the pain of a poet. See, I am telling you I'm using the word pain very consciously because pata hai, they undergo so much frustration when the right sound doesn't come there. Now when he is writing Cheti Bhavan Nikhila Kheti, so if after the K is not getting the T, then the Ashwada Dhati will be gone away. Okay? They're like Sadanchita Nikunchita. Here he wants to put that. Now the Nikunchita word doesn't come to him. Then that is Patanjali. Of course, he will always get it. But I'm still telling if any Laukika poet wants to write it, then they are literally under a war. There is a big sangharshana that is going on in their heads. Then the Praudha Vritti, the Murdhanyas again, and Antasthas. The Antasthas are Yara Lava. The Murdhanyas are Tata Dhana. So Yara Lava plus Tata Dhana, and there is like the Samyoga Purva Guru also can be employed here. Then Imagine like yata, yatha, rata, ratha, radha, such sounds. Lata, lada, such sounds. Okay, praudha riti. Then Madhura. Madhura is like anuswaras, agrima varnanam sparsha yuktaha. Sparshas are any letters from ka to ma. Kadayo mavasanaha sparshaha. So agrima varna can be a sparsha, and they are like, sorry, they are associated with its sparshas and anuswaras. Sparshas and anuswaras they make it madhura. Then Nishthura is Samyoga Bahula, Varna Vritti Yukta. Now this, what happens is Samyoga Bahula is there are lot of Samyuktakshara. Samyoga is like Ukta, Arpa, Arna, and Avla, kind of like Shra. All these, like all the Samyogas, like Samyogas are possible from Ka to Ha, each letter interchanging like consonant 1 and consonant 2. Like Ka as the consonant 1 is Kra. Ra is consonant 2. Arka. Ra is consonant 1. Ka is consonant 2. So Arka, Kra. All these, like imagine all these letters from Ka to Ma is 25. 25 plus 8, 33. 33 into 2. Is it only 2 letters that make the Sanyuktas? No. There are 3 and more also. I mean, we have seen like at least 3 Samyuktas are very common in the language. Okay, so like Kshya, Ka, Sha, Ya. So many samyuktaksharas in a vritti will make it an ishthura vritti. Then shlatha. Shlatha, I mean, Bhoja also gives other names of this. I didn't put them. I had put only one name. Then asamyukta vyanjanas are avrutti and their avruttis, their repetitions. Asanyuktas are kala, para, all that, pi, ka, chi, only those. There is no like asamyukta at all in that. Then kathora are kantyas and repha. Kantyas are kakha, gagha, nga. So kra, khra, gra, ghra, ngra will not be there. Ngra will not be there. So kakha, gagha and ra. So these samyuktas are this making it kathora. So vikrama, pakrama or some chakrama. So if you say keep on saying chakra, raga, vakra, shakra, like that. So such bandhanam if you make it is a kathora vritti. Then komala is repa and nakara. Arna. Okay, andra. Andra will not be there. Arna. Arna will be there. So karna, varna, parna, swarna, all these. Okay, so that is komala. Then Mishra is Oshthas and Oshthyas and Murdhanyas. Oshthyas are Papha Babha Ma and Murdhanyas are Tathana Dhana and the Kathora Varnas of them. So Kathoras are the Papha and Tatha. So Papha, Tatha and their Avruttis. Okay, so Pata Pata, Tapa Tapa or like Phatha Phatha, Patha, like that. Okay, so and then like swaras also added, pitha, so that can also be. Now parusha vritti has ushmas and antastha varnas. So ushmas are shasha saha, shasha saha, and antasthas are yara lava. So yasha, okay, rasha, all these sounds. Okay, samyukta varnas also as well. So shra will make a like shri, all kinds of such parushas. Then lalita, the dantya, oshtya and talavyas, and in the between antasthas. So dantyas are tatha dadha and oshtyas are papa baba, talavyas are chacha jaja. So they make it lalita. So Dandinaha Padalalityam. So if you read Dandi, you will find lot of Lalita Vrittis in his work, along with Antasthas, Yara, Lava. Okay. Then last is the one Amita, Kakara and Lakara, Bahula Prayoga. So where the Ka and La are, like we have just read that Kamala, Kamala, Kamala Jakanta, Karasara Sadatta Kanta, that one. So Ka and La were coming again and again, right? Okay, Sundara Himakara I have put. So Kamala, Kamala Jakanta, Karasara Sadatta Kanta. That one, that thing will make it Ka and La is coming again and again. Okay, so that is the this one. Then Yamaka Alankara, you have it in your syllabus. This is like Artha Sahita Shabdavritti. So Anuprasa is without any meaning, like we don't count the meaning, but there is Avritti. Here, the two padas can be Sarthakas, two padas can be Nirarthakas, one Sarthaka, one Nirarthaka, anything. So we have our Mahishasura ending closing one. Paramaya Ramaya Sanishevyate Parijano Rijanopi cha tam bhajet. So some say Parijanopi Rijanopi. So Rijano. So maybe it's Rijano only. So Parijano. So it's not meaningful. So here Ramaya is meaningful. Paramaya, in that Ramaya is not meaningful. So here Rijano. Here nothing is meaningful. It's just Avritti. Okay then. नवपलाशपलाशवनं पुरः स्फुटपरागपरागतपङ्कजं मृदुलतान्तलतान्तमलोकयत् ससुरभिं सुरभिं सुमनोभरैः. So here it's all like paraga, meaningful. Palasha, meaningful. Latanta, meaningful. Sasurabhim. So surabhim is also meaningful. So these are all meaningful repetitions. Some are meaningless as well. Okay. So the one beautiful like stava you must have heard. I mean, most of you must be hearing Kuldeep Empai. He's doing very great job like since long time. He is making the children sing lot of songs. In that, I really liked this and I taught to children also. Vande hante nante supadara vinde. So this one, shante. So shamte is making shante. So nija sukha kande mande spande. Shubhakari Bahudaya Hridaya Yute. I'm a very bad singer of this song. Don't believe in me. This is not the right tune. You can go to the YouTube. You can search for this Ambastavam in the Kuldeep Empai's channel and you can sing this. Just listen for some time. And what, I mean, with this text, seeing while looking at the text, don't just what they are singing and you are just listening. No, with the text, how many kinds of alankaras that Kavi has made. So you can see Adye, Vedye, Vaidye. Throughout the sutra, there is A. All the Sambodhanas of the Strilinga. So Rame, Vame, and all that. Okay. And then he is like Sheshthe, Preshthe, Jeshthe, Stha are coming. So you can make out which vritti is it, etc. Just for a practice, just for a ananda, just for some don't think, oh, Tanuvada Pradeepa exam paper doesn't contain all this. Bhagini is wasting our time. I'm not wasting your time. I'm making you enjoy the poetry. When you go next time to any poem, you'll be very happy dancing. So we can just, I mean, the Anuprasa and Yamaka are only two alankaras given in your book, but there are more Shabdalankaras in the Sanskrit literature. Punarukti Vadabhasa, Vakrokti Shlesha Chitram, and like they are like Slesha Mulakas, etc. and Chitra Mulakas. And Anuprasa itself is like 7 to 8 kinds. Okay, Yamaka itself is of 2 or 3 kinds. So there are more. Slesha is of 3 kinds, I think. Like Shabda based, Artha based, and both based. Like that. So Chitra Kavyas are even more interesting. It's even more difficult to write. Anyway, here we finish our today's lesson. So if any doubts, you can raise hands or else we will close the class. Astu then. I'll take your leave. Shubhamastu. Hope you enjoyed the class. Hope you will take time to work on this. Hope you are writing your essays. Not even one essay came to me after that. I still remember. Okay. Try something. Try a small padyam and write a small essay on that. So that will also become an essay on the Alankara which it possesses. Astu then. Shubhamastu to you all.